ring at the same time. Other superstars will join in the order they drew. This will continue until all 30 superstars have entered the ring. Eliminations occur when you are thrown over the top rope with both feet landing on the floor. The last superstar in the ring will be declared the Royal Rumble winner and will go on to face the champion of their choice at WrestleMania!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to more episodes, more wrestling action here in Indianapolis at the Royal Rumble. It is the same event, the same venue, although it is indeed on a brand new game. WWE 2K26 brought here on the JPG channel. First ever episode of WWE 2K26, starting things off in a major way with the Royal Rumble matches. A lot of people, if they're questioning why I chose to do this, well, there are a few new features of the Royal Rumble that make it a little bit more immersive, a little bit more realistic towards watching the Royal Rumble that I figured, why not wait? Hopefully whoever was waiting for this event is still as game and ready to watch it as I am to call it and to be recording it. This should be a very fun time, folks. This is one of my favorite events of the entire year. As I previously mentioned in matches before tonight, this is indeed the road to WrestleMania. The start of the road to WrestleMania, I should say. As this man right here, Finn Balor, draws the unlucky number of number 1. In just a few short seconds, we are going to see who drew number 2. Oh my goodness, and look at this. If it's none other than Finn Balor's opponent last WrestleMania, the phenomenal one, AJ Styles. Been a while since we've seen AJ Styles, and he is back here in Indianapolis. What a showing that we're already seeing of pyrotechnics for the return of the phenomenal one, and what a first 2 entrant lineup this is. Styles and Balor had an incredible match last year in Philadelphia at WrestleMania, and now starting the Royal Rumble to see if one of these men will edge their name into one of the main events of this year's WrestleMania. As you can see, the Vegas WrestleMania sign, the premiere of that sign, hanging high above the rafters. That's what it's all about. One of these men will be going into Vegas to fight for a championship of their choosing, whether that be in the World Heavyweight Championship or the WWE Championship. Could it be Styles or Balor? Well, they will have a marathon to run if that is the case. But we're about to find out, folks. Starting this thing off, the leader of the Balor Club and the former leader of the Bullet Club, AJ Styles. And look at this, right into an exchange is AJ Styles connecting with the phenomenal Blitz. And look out here. Oh my goodness, what a jumping forearm strike from AJ. Now trying to, oh no, wait a minute, Balor able to get something going on Styles, but Styles slips through the back. Beautiful counter out of the suplex, and now AJ, back and forth these two go. We mentioned the familiarity these two have, obviously, since having a not only just a prior match at WrestleMania, they've had several matches dating back all the way to 2015 against one another. Beautiful back suplex by Finn Balor. Certainly controlling the early pacing of this match, and look at this combination of Balor connects with the Pele kick. Pele kick hits flush on AJ Styles. And Balor is all over AJ Styles in the early goings, looking to get a, early elimination, but AJ Styles able to counter out of it. Beautiful DDT connects to the face of Finn Balor. Back and forth. Yeah, you would think that we were having a singles match between these two, the way that they are duking out. But what do you expect when such, obviously very important circumstances are on the line? And oh my goodness, Balor just eliminated AJ Styles. Balor just eliminated AJ Styles, and out comes Aleister Black at number 3. Finn Balor already controlling the pace of this Royal Rumble with a huge elimination, effectively making sure that AJ Styles doesn't have a main event spot at WrestleMania, let alone a spot on the card itself. Finn Balor now will have to outlast 27 other competitors to do what only few men have done, and that's win from the number 1 spot. And now look at this sling blade, but Balor definitely has, the experience level and the I was gonna say charisma, but more so the endurance to last to number 30. And now look at this beautiful Meteora by Aleister Black. Aleister Black obviously arriving back on the scene late last year, looking to make a name for himself in this Royal Rumble match. Black has had some successful, I wouldn't say successful, but definitely impressive outings against the likes of Cody Rhodes. And now look at this, dumps Balor out. Aleister Black dumping Finn Balor out. So far, the first 2 entrants of the Royal Rumble are already gone. Aleister Black now awaiting number 4 in the Royal Rumble. And it is indeed Matt Cardona. Cardona making his return to the ring a few weeks ago. Looks like Cardona is going to meet the fade to black of Aleister Black. Didn't even get time to take his ring jacket off. Has Cardona. Aleister Black is already on the hunt. Now look out here. Look at, my God, what a cutter. A cutter by Aleister Black connects to Cardona. And now Aleister Black, oh, look at this pinpoint accuracy striking of an absolutely dangerous striker as Aleister Black is, as he's calling Cardona up to his feet. Cardona hasn't even been able to get his wherewithal about him, as now he ducks the knee attempt. And now Cardona, look out here. Big DDT slamming Black's face into the mat. And now Cardona lining Black up for something. Big move coming for Matt Cardona. There it is, the Rough Rider. Rough Rider connects to Aleister Black. Cardona's feeling it here tonight in Indianapolis. Gonna try and eliminate Aleister Black. And indeed he does, man. Is the ring ever gonna fill up is the question. Cardona with a huge elimination. Balor, Styles, and Black have faded to black in this Royal Rumble match so far, but look at this. A man that also made his arrival in WWE a number of weeks ago, siding with Ethan Page, of all people. Ricky Saints has entered the building, and suddenly we have to question if this building is large enough to fill the ego of Saints himself. But Cardona's trying to make this an early going outing for Saints in his first Royal Rumble match. And now Ricky Saints, crucifix bomb to Cardona. Still hasn't gotten his ring jacket off, by the way. Anyways, Ricky Saints, look at this beautiful wrestling ability out of Saints, and a little flashiness on the way down as well. Ricky Saints, a man that commands the camera, commands the audience's attention, and if you don't give it to him, well, then he damn well might throw a fit about it. Another inverted DDT. Shout out to the Stinger, who, fun fact, Ricky Saints has wrestled in a match before throughout his career, as crazy as that may sound. And now, speaking of shouting out, Matt Cardona with an execution. The DDT made famous by his former mentor, the Radar Superstar Edge. Back and forth Cardona and Saints are going, as Cardona is all over Ricky Saints, choking him out. Choking Saints out, as now we await number 3, as now hopefully the ring can start to kind of fill up. I mean, that's kind of the exciting part about the Royal Rumble. I don't want to see, everybody get eliminated right then and right there, as we now are about to get bouncy here in Indiana, because Javon Evans has entered the fray. And just as I mentioned, Ricky Saints making his arrival, he has been doing it by trying to make a name off of himself against Javon Evans, and he actually got a singles victory over Javon Evans this past Monday night on Raw when Saints made his in-ring debut. But it was Ricky Saints who costed Javon Evans an opportunity against Ethan Page a few weeks back. That is when we first saw Saints arrive upon the scene. And obviously the mutual disdain between, look at this, beautiful reversal from Cardona. Cardona obviously no stranger to these flippy guys coming making his name off the independent scene before he returned. But what I was trying to say is obviously Ethan Page and Ricky say, oh, and then dropped him with a kick. Saints and Page basically coming together because of their mutual disdain for what they consider as these guys who are too young to be put in positions like they are. Guys like Javon Evans and maybe even an Obafemi, but I mean they haven't put Oba's name in their mouths, and neither would I. And now look at this big kick right from Javon. And now Javon Evans, there he goes. This time connects, and I think he might have even got some color on the face of Cardona after that one. As now Javon Evans is calling, I think, Cardona up to his feet. Look at this. Solid B+ knee strike right to the face. Shout out D. Bry. And now Javon Evans is all over Ricky Saints. But speaking of Saints, he has some backup in the form of all ego Ethan Page. I don't know who the hell booked the order of this Royal Rumble, but clearly they did not book it in the favor of Javon Evans, but he could give a damn. He's trying to get bouncy here, but Javon Evans is now going to meet the chop of Ricky Saints. Meanwhile, Cardona is working over Ethan Page in the corner there. Ethan Page also making his Royal Rumble debut. Beautiful spinning kick by Javon Evans. And we mentioned the new features that the 2K26 offers for the Royal Rumble. Sometimes it's hard to see the camera cuts and the action in the background, but now it is officially a 2-on-1 disadvantage for Javon Evans as Saints and Page. Oh no, wait a minute. Ethan Page letting Saints know it's every man for himself here as he eliminates Ricky Saints. We were kind of questioning if, the ego of both of these men were ever going to be, wherever it was ever going to be the detriment to them, and it might as well have been. As look at this, Javon Evans hits a beautiful corkscrew splash out of the corner. Ricky Saints hitting to the showers a little earlier than he probably expected, and from halfway across the damn ring with an OG cutter. Javon Evans has the opportunity to get his payback on Ethan Page right now by eliminating him, and there's an RKO. Shout out Uncle Randy. Javon Evans looking to get a big elimination on Ethan Page, and Page is gone. Javon Evans holding down the fort. But here comes another debuting superstar in the Royal Rumble, Joe Hendry. I have said his name, and he indeed has appeared, and he gets a Blue Thunder Bomb for his troubles. Javon Evans is looking to make a name for himself. This is his first Royal Rumble as well, but he has been making a name for himself ever since arriving on the scene on Monday nights. Whether that being guys like Page and Saints trying to knock him down a pedestal or two, nothing can keep a smile off this young man's face. An infectious energy that Javon Evans carries, and now, missed wildly that time. Joe Hendry now sending Javon Evans off the ropes, goes for a shoulder tackle, misses wildly as well. Javon now sending Joe Hendry off the ropes. Back and forth we go. Beautiful drop kick. I mean, we almost lost Javon Evans in the lights that time. And now Javon going off the ropes, goes for the kick. Joe Hendry with a nice reversal. And now, wait a minute, goes for a clothesline, gets it. Clothesline connects. And now Joe Hendry getting lit up right now by Javon. Striking elbow right to the neck of Joe Hendry. And now look at this, Javon Evans rushing Joe Hendry, trying to get an elimination, a second elimination for Javon. Joe Hendry, beautiful angle slam. We mentioned weird facts. Joe Hendry has a singles victory over Kurt Angle for his career. So there's that weird fact right there. And there's that kick that Javon was going for earlier. And the young man that simply is bouncy will now have to test his bounciness against El Grande Americano. Who the hell is this? a brand new superstar, not only to the Royal Rumble, but WWE in general. El Grande Americano, the big American. Is that what he's trying to say? And it goes for a headbutt and already botching here in the Royal Rumble. I mean, what a way to make your grand entrance into WWE. Has we ever heard of a man of the likes of El Grande Americano? I mean, I'm trying to even understand who the hell's under that mask right now. Whoever it is, he's in peak shape. I mean, brother's edged in stone, if I can take a page out of Booker T's playbook. But now, look at this. El Grande Americano trying to make a big name, El Grande name for himself in this one by eliminating Joe Hendry. And now trying to take Joe Hendry over. Look out. Oh, Javon Evans just saving Joe Hendry from an elimination. And now El Grande Americano grappling up with Joe Hendry. Goes for a German, but Javon Evans says, screw that. And now Javon Evans might be forced to be eliminated pretty soon here as Joe Hendry is working on the young OG. Fan favorite gonna exit this thing a little earlier than he would like. Javon's trying to fight out, but Joe Hendry might have, oh no! Oh, and right into a kick, my God! I'll tell you that, I was trying to pinpoint who's under the mask, but that rolling kick that I just seen out of El Grande Americano, very reminiscent of somebody that I just can't put my finger on right now. Now look at this, oh my God, 2 for 1. You need to talk about luchadors. Here comes the ever so exciting luchador Penta, of another fan favorite here. As look at this, Penta now going after El Grande Americano. Obviously, he feels that this El Grande Americano is making a mockery out of the wrestling style that Penta loves so much in Lucha Libre. And now he's trying to get El Grande Americano over the top rope. Can he get the elimination? And no, wait a minute. Out from the camera, Javon Evans just got eliminated by Joe Hendry. Javon Evans is out of the fray, and Joe Hendry now with a running STO to Penta. Joe Hendry is looking to make a name for himself. If he eliminates 2 fan favorites back to back, I mean, he might make a bad taste in the mouth of the fans in terms of a name for himself. Javon Evans definitely sucking all the air out of this arena by getting eliminated. And Joe Hendry might have a busted nose at this point. That kick to the face that Javon hit earlier hit its mark and then some. And Joe Hendry is making quite a name for himself, quite a statement in this Royal Rumble already. I think he's already been the person that's lasted the most time throughout this Royal Rumble, and that's not saying much because we've had a hell of a lot of eliminations in the last 15 minutes here. So, oh, wait a minute! Well, speaking of Penta, here comes his brother, the returning Rey Fenix. Phoenix is back. We haven't seen him since last year's WrestleMania. He went out with injury. And now, wait a minute, Phoenix trying to... Oh, no, he got the elimination. Phoenix got the elimination of Joe Hendry. And now, all of a sudden, it's Penta and Phoenix going after this fake luchador, El Grande Americano. The brothers, Penta and Phoenix. Now, Penta trying to get his brother up. Oh, no, I was going to say, I guess he's going to try and welcome him back, but it is every man for himself, and they recognize that. They obviously are fans of this sport growing up before they got into WWE. Phoenix lines him up with a super kick. Another super kick, and now El Grande Americano back up on his feet. Penta trying to run at El Grande Americano. No, El Grande Americano trying to get 2 for 1 elimination here. What the hell is this? Goes for a big, no, whatever he was going for. Penta with a nice reversal, inverted DDT. Man, I cannot believe that we have Rey Fenix back in a wrestling ring. I'm so excited. I was so bummed out when he got injured at last year's WrestleMania, and it was his timetable for recovery was nearly a year, and that would line up. Oh my God, right around here, if I can get it out. Phoenix is back, baby. I cannot wait to see what him and Penta bring. If they're going back for the tag team championships, or maybe they're going to singles, or I don't know what's happening. I mean, obviously this is a Royal Rumble, so you don't expect them to team up the entire time, but still, nonetheless, it is very exciting to have Rey Fenix back in. And speaking of Lucha Libre, the man that proclaims himself as the king of the luchas, Dirty Dominic Mysterio, has entered this match. And no doubt about it, I thought he was going to go for a strategic route and try and team up with El Grande Americano, but instead he vies to eliminate him. Dominic Mysterio eliminating El Grande Americano, and now he targets Rey Fenix. Dom Mysterio has had some matches with Penta in the last few months. Never got in the ring with Rey Fenix, though. That is a completely different shark compared to Penta. As now Dirty Dominic Mysterio. Phoenix able to slip out the back. And now, wait a minute. Oh, my God. What a destroyer by Penta. A destroyer by Penta to Phoenix. And now Penta looking to take his brother out of the equation here. And he does. And now it's Dirty Dom and Penta left. Phoenix is out of here. Dirty Dom trying to take Penta out of this. And what a slap to the face that would be for Dirty Dom to eliminate Penta. And he might get the bragging rights right here, but Penta fighting out. Penta fighting out. Chop to the chest. Chop to the chest. Penta now trying to go back and forth with Dirty Dom. Neither man getting the best of one another here, but Dominic Mysterio now going off the ropes again, but Penta, another inverted DDT. Phoenix is already out of this thing. Joe Hendry, Ricky Saints, Ethan Page, Javon Evans. Even the first three in this match are already gone. And we're already on number 13 as more Lucha Sensation enters this ring in Dragon Lee. Another man that is all but too familiar with Dirty Dominic Mysterio, but still heads for Penta. Beautiful Operation Dragon by Dragon Lee. As now Dirty Dominic Mysterio just pushes Dragon Lee right all out from trying to eliminate him. Dirty Dom trying to go off the ropes. Dragon Lee not warranting it. Penta's trying to lick his wounds over there in the corner. That's the best strategy in a Royal Rumble match, is trying to preserve your energy. As now look at this. Dominic Mysterio, center of the ring, goes for a suplex. Penta countering out of it. And now Penta sending Dirty Dom over, but Dragon Lee's right there to meet Penta. Back and forth. This entire match has gone. I mean, it's hard to predict a winner at this point because everybody, who even your fan favorites, are entering and exiting. Oh, and speaking of exiting, there goes Dragon Lee. Dragon Lee now out of this thing. And now Dirty Dominic Mysterio off the ropes, goes for a springboard, nothing, and Penta able to counter out of it. And now Dragon Lee going to make his exit while Dirty Dominic Mysterio enters his boot right into the face of Penta with a 619, but Penta, a nice reversal, slamming Dirty Dom down. And now Penta, look out here off the ropes, my God, but Dom gets the knees up. Dom gets the knees up, and now Penta could be in trouble here. Gets the elimination. Dirty Dominic Mysterio, that's the last man that you want to have the bragging rights of being the only man left out there. But here comes Trick Willie. Trick Williams is in the building. Goes for a running clothesline. I keep wanting to say Dragon Lee. I don't know why. Dominic Mysterio, no relation whatsoever, trying to withstand the onslaught of Trick Williams. And Williams coming off a grueling loss to the Usos along with Carmelo Hayes on Friday Night SmackDown. Those championships were on the line, but the Usos able to overcome Trick Mello Gang. And now look at this. Trick Williams sending Dominic Mysterio flying through the air with a Falcon Arrow. And now wait a minute. Axe kick right to the face of Dom. So far, the only time we've ever really seen this match fill up is like one time, and that was maybe 4 competitors. Other than that, you would think it was a singles match between all these guys. We need to start, having some guys fight for their spot in eliminations or something. I don't know. Seems like maybe some oil's on the canvas here tonight or something. These guys are slipping off the ropes and causing themselves a spot at WrestleMania in the process. As now Dom Mysterio goes for a DDT. Trick Williams fighting out. Fighting out of the DDT attempt. Sending Dirty Dominic Mysterio over the ropes, and no! Countering out. Trick Williams saving himself from an elimination so far. Dirty Dominic Mysterio now. Big, and now wait a minute, frog splash from Dirty Dom as the prize fighter Kevin Owens enters this match. Dominic Mysterio going off the ropes, and what a headbutt to Trick Williams. Kevin Owens is not going to appreciate Dirty Dominic Mysterio. My God! Talk about some lucha libre. Kevin Owens going off the ropes now. And wait a minute, he wants Dirty Dominic up to his feet. He's not done going off the ropes. Kevin Owens has a point to prove after returning back to the square circle. He was in the ring with the WWE Champion CM Punk a number of weeks ago on the premiere episode of Monday Night Raw in a losing effort. But he could find himself back in the ring with CM Punk in the main event of WrestleMania if he wins tonight. Sidewinder suplex by Kevin Owens. And now Dirty Dominic Mysterio facing the wrath of the prize fighter. Big splash averted by Dom. Now Dirty Dominic Mysterio rushing the corner of Kevin Owens. But all of a sudden, but Trick Williams with a running clothesline. Saving Dominic Mysterio from the wrath of Owens. A big strike to the face. Goes for another one. Trying to go for a third one. And wait a minute, Trick Williams is out of here. Dominic Mysterio with a beautiful elimination. I think that's his second elimination in this match, as a matter of fact, as Dom is now trying to get his last breaths going before he has to fight Kevin Owens, which is a very unenvious position, if you ask me, as Owens now grabbing a hold of Dirty Dom. And now, there's a super kick sending Dominic Mysterio out. And wait a minute here. The Protostar, Kyle Fletcher, obviously a part of Seth Rollins' faction division, a faction that has made a target from Kevin Owens since arriving on the scene. Kyle Fletcher making his Royal Rumble debut. And Kevin Owens is looking to welcome in with open arms and closed fists. And now, wait a minute. But a wrench to the eye from Fletcher. And now, wait a minute. Fletcher now, center of the ring with KO. Gonna drop him right on his neck and send him right back on the injury. On the injury list with a brain buster. Fletcher now trying to get Kevin Owens out of here. And what elimination this would be for Kyle. And there goes Kevin Owens. Kyle Fletcher now is commanding the ring. And who's going to be now? Well, speaking of Vision members, Konosuke Takeshita and Fletcher going to have to be forced to, I guess, do battle here. Like I said, it's every man for himself. And now, wait a minute, now it's Takeshita with a rake to the eyes of Fletcher. And now sends Fletcher off to the ropes. Look out, back and forth. Goes for a chop. And now, what a strike to the face. And Takeshita's looking to find himself in his second WrestleMania, this time main eventing it. Meanwhile, Kyle Fletcher is brand new to the WWE, although he was on NXT at one point, but definitely brand new to this version of WWE, the main roster. As Fletcher now targeting Takeshita here. I wonder what Seth Rollins would think of all this, as Fletcher and Takeshita are forced to do battle because they're the only two left in the ring. I mean, you got to give the crowd something to watch while we're waiting. What are we on, like 15? We're waiting on like 15 other combatants. And now, wait a minute, Fletcher now. Big strike by Takeshita. Big forearm strike. And now, wait a minute, went for a lariat, and Fletcher able to reverse it, though, with an elbow strike right to the back. And now, wait a minute. Now these guys will finally get somebody back into the ring. Goes for a kick. But Fletcher, nice reversal. And now Irish whip from Fletcher. Goes for a huge kick. Gets it. As Hangman Adam Page enters this thing. Adam Page now. Another man that has arrived on the scene in the earliest of stages. As now, wait a minute, rolling elbow, but no, Fletcher with a nice clothesline. Adam Page could have been in that World Heavyweight Championship match if he defeated Jay White and Jon Moxley, but he didn't even last Jay White. And now, wait a minute, Takeshita now. Look out here, goes for a clothesline on Page. Page sidestepping. Takeshita can't get much to fall right now. Is now Hangman Adam Page. Look at this big run up. Big splash into the corner of Fletcher. Fletcher with a nice reversal, and now we should probably be seeing some of this visionary team up, but I guess not, as Fletcher might have taken a little bit to heart, or the fact that Takeshita made a target out of him heading into the Rumble. And now, wait a minute. Back and forth these two go. And now wait a minute, Fletcher. Oh, putting Takeshita down on his back. Hangman Adam Page facing the wrath of Takeshita, or I should say Kyle Fletcher. Fletcher now definitely looking real good in there with a pair like Adam Page and Konosuke Takeshita. And now wait a minute, goes for a strike, but Page had it scouted, and oh, look at this. Looks like Hangman's going to get a little bit of help here in the form of his former tag team partner, Kenny Omega, a man that Takeshita will know all but too familiar. As now Takeshita and Omega doing battle. And a big kick from Kyle Fletcher. Takeshita going for a belly-to-belly suplex. Omega with a nice reversal. Goes for a kick. And getting these strikes to fall is Kenny Omega. Dragon suplex to Takeshita. Adam Page now trying to take care of business from Fletcher. Takeshita can't even save his buddy Fletcher if he wanted to because he's down on the mat. Kenny Omega and Hangman Adam Page, while they are friends, they certainly have had a heated rivalry in the past as well. As now Omega looking to get elimination on Page. And now wait a minute. Oh, big running clothesline. And Page is out of here. Now Fletcher. Oh, I was going to say he could focus on trying to double team on Kenny Omega, but he seems to have been made a target of Konosuke Takeshita. Goes for a big boot, did Kenny Omega. Fletcher able to reverse out of it. And now big kick right into the corner once again by Kyle Fletcher. Very impressive performance so far from the Protostar. A big clothesline. Now wait a minute, back and forth these two are going as Fletcher now, another brain buster. No, wait a minute. Holds on to it. Oh, my God. Big shoulder tackle from Fletcher. And now, wait a minute. Number 20 into this thing. Sami Zayn. Zayn enters the match. And wait a minute. Oh, goes for a clothesline to Takeshita. Fletcher caught him. And now, wait a minute. Sami Zayn looking to eliminate Kenny Omega, a man that almost won this entire thing last year. And there goes Konosuke Takeshita. Kenny Omega now with the DDT. Kyle Fletcher in there with Sami Zayn and Kenny Omega. I cannot believe that Fletcher just eliminated Konosuke Takeshita. Supposed to be his teammate, but like I said, there is every man for himself in this thing. There's now Kenny Omega trying to outlast Sami Zayn and Fletcher here. Look at this, elbow strikes right to the back of the neck of Kenny Omega. And now Fletcher targeting Sami Zayn. Meanwhile, Kenny Omega, he needs to get back in the ring. With the trajectory of how this match has gone. Oh, I was going to say, there goes Kenny Omega. I was going to say, with the trajectory of how this match has gone, I would get myself back in the ring. And now Sami Zayn looking to go for a second elimination. Just got into the match and already going for elimination number 2. Trying to get Kyle Fletcher out of here. Fletch with a nice reversal, though. And now Sami Zayn grab holds of the leg. Kyle Fletcher reversal. And back and forth. These two are going with one another. Still the only two left in this match. As look at this. Braun Breaker entering this thing. Running almost directly into Kenny Omega in the process, but he could give a damn. As now look at this, rolls through into a super kick, beautifully done. And oh, Braun Breaker targeting the knee of Kyle Fletcher. Strike averted by Fletcher. And now, wait a minute, Fletcher going to drop Braun Breaker on his neck. Talk about a battle of future stars between Kyle Fletcher and Braun Breaker. And Sami Zayn now. Look at this, big drop kick averted. Sami taking Kyle Fletcher onto the corner here. Look out. Exploder connects. And a big drop kick to the back of the neck from Braun Breaker. Breaker now driving that knee into the canvas. Now Braun Breaker muscling Sami Zayn up for a Falcon Arrow. Breaker now making a target of Kyle Fletcher here. And what the hell has Braun Breaker got planned? You got to be kidding. Oh, no, Fletcher. I know exactly what Braun Breaker was going for there, but Fletcher said, to hell with that. Kyle Fletcher. Oh, my God, what a European uppercut. A European uppercut by Kyle Fletcher, and he just changed targets out of nowhere. It looked like he was trying to line up Braun Breaker for the Brain Buster. This has been the third Brain Buster he's delivered in this match. But Sami Zayn with a nice counter, and there goes Fletch. Kyle Fletcher, very impressive performance. Braun Breaker now lasting in there with Sami Zayn, as here comes the Scottish Psychopath, Drew McIntyre, another man that the Vision has made a target out of on Monday nights. Kyle Fletcher just missing his opportunity to do battle with Drew McIntyre. As now Drew McIntyre, big, sidewalk slam to Braun Breaker. McIntyre already looking to call for the Claymore kick to the face. Connects with it while Sami was trying to go off the ropes. Claymore kick to the face, and now Sami Zayn trying to get an elimination on Braun Breaker. Big kick averted, or as I say, averted, connected, as Breaker has now been eliminated. The field has been thin this entire match, folks, as Drew McIntyre now calling Sami Zayn up to his feet. A big strike from Braun Breaker. Drew McIntyre now has Sami Zayn on the ropes, but Zayn trying to fight out of it, trying to outlast the much bigger man in Drew McIntyre. Zayn goes off the ropes, misses wildly. McIntyre now sending Zayn into the ropes. Just playing with his food at this point. Big elbow attack right to the face. And oh boy, the Samoan Werewolf Jacob Fatu has entered this thing. And some tells me that the field is going to start thickening now, because we have some big names coming in. McIntyre, Fatu. I mean, we still have, what was his number 23? We still have 7 entrants left. Goes for a clothesline, Fatu. Nice counter. Sending Drew McIntyre into the corner here. Big headbutts right to the Scottish Psychopath. Fatu absolutely fearless, taking it to Drew McIntyre, a man that is oftenly feared in that locker room, and Sami Zayn gets wiped out by a sit-out powerbomb. McIntyre goes for a German. Fatu, obviously Jacob Fatu, the United States champion right now, but could be walking in at WrestleMania with championship aspirations in terms of the world title, and walk out as a double champion if he is indeed United States champion when we get to Vegas. Fatu with a victory over none other than Roman Reigns at last year's WrestleMania. So there is a huge chip on the Samoan Werewolf's shoulder heading into this match. Sami Zayn now targeting Drew McIntyre. Goes off the ropes, double axe handle. Didn't get all of it, got enough of it. Goes for a drop kick, got none of that. Sami Zayn trying to eliminate Drew McIntyre, I would assume. But Jacob Fatu is still in the equation as well. As look at this, Drew McIntyre. Oh, he could have sent Sami out of the ring if he wanted to with that one. And now, oh boy, speaking of the Vision, here comes the visionary of the Vision, Seth freaking Rollins. Fletcher and Takeshita are nowhere to be found, but Seth Rollins is not a man that needs to help by any means. He can do it all on his own if need be. Former Royal Rumble winner 2 years ago, as a matter of fact, just to prove my point. As now Sami Zayn, look out here, haluva kick right to the face of Rollins. A haluva kick right to the face of Rollins, and it might be an early night for Seth, but Jacob Fatu wants to reap the benefits here. A big strike to the face of Seth Rollins. I'm trying to pay attention here, but the camera is panning to Drew McIntyre and Zayn right now. Rollins averting elimination. McIntyre gets Zayn out of here. And now Jacob Fatu rushing McIntyre. McIntyre looking for a kick. Fatu with a nice reversal. Fatu setting him face first into the turnbuckle. And I'll get this. Drew McIntyre sending Fatu right back into that turnbuckle. Big splash to the Samoan Werewolf. And now Rollins and McIntyre are doing battle here. Drew trying to get elimination on Rollins. Trying to get elimination on Seth Rollins here. But Rollins, oh, big elbow strike right to the ear of McIntyre. Rollins now sending Drew into the Samoan Werewolf. Big elbow strike right to the midsection of Seth. I keep wanting to say Sammy. Fatu now sending Drew onto the ropes. Oh boy, 5 entrants remain, and like I said, the big names are starting to fill the ring. Randy Orton is in this match and gets greeted by a super kick courtesy of Jacob Fatu. Well, that's a way to enter this thing, that's for sure. As now Jacob Fatu sending Randy Orton into the corner, and McIntyre still wants his pound of flesh on Fatu as he goes for a big maneuver there, but Jacob Fatu reversing with a DDT. Orton targeting Seth Rollins, another former WrestleMania main event. And now, wait a minute, big boot. Tried to connect that time, but Fatu with a nice reversal. Big kick to the midsection. Drew McIntyre with a huge clothesline. And now taking Seth Rollins over is Drew McIntyre. Michinoku driver. Connects to the Visionary. Randy Orton making a target of Jacob Fatu after suffering a super kick before he entered this thing. And now look at this, McIntyre and Orton locking up, or excuse me, locking eyes, and now they lock up as, wait a minute, big German suplex by Randy Orton. Very uncharacteristic to see a German suplex out of the Viper, but I'll take it. As now Jacob Fatu sending Rollins into the ropes. Big kick to the midsection. McIntyre trying to get back up on his feet here. Randy Orton rushing him to the ropes. And look at this, swinging neckbreaker while Rollins hits Jacob Fatu with a huge buckle bomb, and Rollins is lining up for a stomp. He's lining up for a stomp, but gets, I think it got basically stopped by Randy Orton in the process, and now goes for a clothesline. Randy Orton, big strike by McIntyre as the megastar LA Knight enters this thing. McIntyre, plants him. Welcome to the Royal Rumble. A very chaotic Royal Rumble as it has been, as Rollins just now got eliminated. And I think McIntyre's on his way out too, but no, McIntyre. Nice counter there. And now, wait a minute. A Claymore strike right to the face of LA Knight. And Jacob Fatu laying Randy Orton out with a DDT. As now McIntyre, look out here. Big boot right to the face of Fatu. And now McIntyre gets to choose who he wants to target. As Randy Orton is now in the grasp of the Scottish Warrior. But LA Knight's not going to appreciate Drew McIntyre making a target out of him as soon as they stepped in the ring. Now the megastar has McIntyre perhaps where he wants him. Trying to go for something there, but McIntyre with a nice counter out of it. Goes for a shoulder tackle and hits it. And now McIntyre right back on the attack of Fatu. There is certainly a situation developing between McIntyre and Fatu. As now look at this, Jacob Fatu sending McIntyre face first into the ring. Into the ring ropes, I should say. As now look at this, running neckbreaker, jumping neckbreaker by LA Knight. McIntyre now. Orton and Fatu all down. And oh boy, here comes the Intercontinental Champion, Obafemi, into this one. Obafemi in his second Royal Rumble appearance as LA Knight welcomes Obafemi with a burning hammer. McIntyre's there to once again attack LA Knight, though. Jacob Fatu, I believe, got eliminated at the hands of McIntyre. Or I think it might have been Randy Orton. I was too busy strutting my way with Obafemi. As Obafemi now, look out, big choke slam to Randy Orton. Obafemi's in there with some big names. Drew McIntyre, LA Knight, Randy Orton, former champions in his presence. I'm sure he keeps nothing but championship level talent in his presence, does Obafemi. As now LA Knight is stomping a mud hole and walking it dry in the chest of Drew McIntyre. Look at the strength of Obafemi. And a big knee strike by LA Knight. Oba now. Oh, look, big jumping clothesline that almost was. But no, wait a minute. Oh, LA Knight, beautiful combination. But Drew McIntyre is there once more to greet the megastar with a fist. And now Randy Orton out of no. Oh, I thought he was going to go for an RKO, but Obafemi got him back in the grass. And now, wait a minute, Drew McIntyre, Michinoku driver to LA Knight. Randy Orton draping Obafemi over with a DDT, it looks like. Indeed, But wait, watch just a minute, because Drew McIntyre is waiting in the wings, and oh goodness, the Tribal Chief is here. Roman Reigns has entered this match. LA Knight again greeting Roman Reigns with a burning hammer this time. Randy Orton now, look out, looking to get a big elimination on Obafemi, and he gets it. Orton with a huge elimination on Obafemi. LA Knight stalking Roman Reigns, big clothesline to the Tribal Chief. Big clothesline to the Tribal Chief here as LA Knight now, big atomic drop into a discus lariat. I can't believe Orton just got a huge elimination on Obafemi. LA Knight now going for a jumping, leaping elbow strike right to the chest of Roman Reigns. Now, wait a minute, Orton and McIntyre doing battle over there in the corner. LA Knight's calling Roman Reigns up to his feet. LA Knight, oh no, Roman Reigns, beautiful reversal. And right onto the knee goes LA Knight. And McIntyre with an elimination of Orton. Randy Orton's out of here. And now McIntyre and Reigns doing battle, locking up. Now, wait a minute, big boot right to the face of McIntyre. And now, wait a minute, Roman Reigns just pummeling away at LA Knight. What a strike fest this has been from Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns, a man that has not won a Royal Rumble in the matter of almost 10 years. And also a man that hasn't been in the main event of WrestleMania in the better part of 3 years. And speaking of a man that has been in a lot of main events as of recently, Cody Rhodes is now in the match. Rhodes and Reigns. Big strike right to the face. Talk about the first man to knock Roman Reigns down a pedestal or two. It would have been the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. And now LA Knight, BFT to the American Nightmare. And a Claymore strike by McIntyre. And now, wait a minute. Roman Reigns, I thought he was going to go for a spear. But McIntyre able to sidestep that time. Big strike averted. Roman now, big headbutt. A big headbutt to McIntyre. And there's the spear that Roman was looking for. Look out, McIntyre. McIntyre got absolutely dissected by that spear, and Roman's looking to get a big elimination here in terms of McIntyre, and there goes the Scottish Warrior. LA Knight in there with Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes now. And now Roman now, big reversal to LA Knight. Roman sending LA Knight into the turnbuckle there, big clothesline, and right back between Cody and Roman it goes. Look out here, goes for a springboard moonsault. Roman sidestepping, sends Rhodes off the ropes, goes for something there, but Rhodes, nice counter. We're about to find out who number 30 is in this thing, as Cody now sending Roman Reigns into the corner this time. And now Roman Reigns able to avoid elimination momentarily. And Gunther, a man that is all but too familiar about world championships, is the number 30. It will be either LA Knight, Roman Reigns, Gunther, or Cody Rhodes. Two men in Gunther and Cody Rhodes who main evented previously WrestleMania. Those are the four left. As now Cody making a target of Roman Reigns once more. Cody Rhodes with a Cody breaker to Roman Reigns. LA Knight stomping a mud hole through the ring general, who is making their way to Vegas. And now, wait a minute. What a drop kick by Gunther. A drop kick by Gunther as now Rhodes. Rhodes going off the ropes with a springboard moonsault. And now, wait a minute. A big headbutt by Reigns to LA Knight. Kick to the midsection from LA Knight. And now Cody Rhodes trying to go off the ropes with Gunther. That's a former WrestleMania match as well, Gunther and Cody. And now look at this Samoan drop from Roman. And it looks like Roman stopped Gunther from eliminating Cody Rhodes, almost as if to say that Roman might want to do the damn job himself, but might not even be able to do it because Cody Rhodes is looking for an elimination, or I thought he was looking for elimination, but Roman Reigns able to counter out of it. And now look at this big power slam from Roman. LA Knight firing up on Gunther. Drew's out of here. And Roman Reigns coming from behind LA Knight now. Sends him out with a inverted blue thunder bomb. And now Roman Reigns. Big strike to the face of Cody. Sending Cody off into the corner that time. Big clothesline. Gunther sending LA Knight off to the ropes, trying to look for elimination on the megastar. Gunther very so closely, and he eliminates LA Knight. And now it's down to 3. Gunther, Reigns, and Rhodes, one of these 3, are heading to WrestleMania. And now beautiful German suplex. And even though Ilya Dragunov was just dethroned by Jon Moxley, it would still feel very good for Gunther to get his championship back at the event that he lost it last year. But he has to go through 2 main event caliber athletes like Reigns and Rhodes. Big strike over it is now. Wait a minute. No, went for the Superman punch. Rhodes sidestepped it. Goes for a beautiful disaster. And now, wait a minute. Roman Reigns was trying to target Gunther, but Gunther... Oh, no, wait a minute. No, Cody gets the crossroads on Gunther. Roman Reigns is very so closely to being eliminated here. And Cody now... And oh, wait a minute. Roman with a neck breaker. It's that... Oh, Cody Rhodes firing up on Roman, though. Oh, no, I was going to say it's that hidden agenda of Roman Reigns to make sure that he's the one that takes Cody's spot away from him, just like Cody did all those years back. And oh, wait a minute. German suplex by Gunther to Reigns. Cody Rhodes almost had Gunther eliminated, but Reigns, oh, big springboard moonsault. Reigns now trying to figure out a way back into this thing as Rhodes. And wait a minute. Oh, no. Roman Reigns grabbing a guillotine on Cody. But trying to choke him out and I guess send him over the top rope would be the strategy. And now Gunther. Oh, no. Wait a minute. Big boot right to the face of Cody Rhodes. This one is anybody's ball game. Like I said, all 3 of these men have been to the dance. A big super kick by Cody Rhodes almost took Reigns out of here, but Reigns just ever so slightly able to escape. And now, wait a minute, Gunther now trying to target Roman Reigns. Back and forth, all 3 of these men go. And now Gunther, look out here, sending Roman Reigns crashing onto the canvas. A big knee strike to the face of Reigns. Gunther now targeting the American Nightmare. Trying to send Cody Rhodes out. Rhodes with a nice reversal. Trying to go off the ropes, but Gunther targeting Cody here. Cody with a pedigree. Wait a minute, Roman Reigns, though, out of nowhere from behind Rhodes. He just eliminated Cody. And that has to feel good for Roman Reigns. But what won't feel good is the fact that he still has to eliminate the ring general Gunther to be declared the 2026 Royal Rumble winner. But I don't think Roman has any qualms about doing that as he now lines Gunther up for a spear of epic proportions. The spear connects to Gunther and Reigns can feel it. Reigns can feel that main event spot slipping right back into his grasp as now he looks to eliminate Gunther. And look out. No, Gunther with a counter. Is Gunther fighting for his championship rematch? It's Roman Reigns fighting for his main event spot back. Who is going to WrestleMania? And look out. Big Samoan drop from Reigns. And now Roman Reigns. Oh, no, wait, Gunther turns it around. Ground and pound on Reigns. What a dream match this is between Gunther and Roman Reigns, I'll tell you that. As now Gunther goes for a drop kick. Roman Reigns able to reverse it and sending a boot right to the midsection of Gunther. And a big headbutt right to the big Austrian. Roman Reigns is on the attack right now. And a big headbutt once more from Reigns. And oh, wait a minute. Oh, headbutt from Gunther that time as he calls Roman Reigns up to his feet. And now, wait a minute, goes for that drop kick once more. Reigns sidestepping once again. Reigns sidestepping once again, and now Reigns lining Gunther up for a Superman punch. And Reigns ain't done there just yet. He going for another spear to Gunther. A second spear connects, and that could be it. That could be it. Reigns sends Gunther to the floor to win the Men's Royal Rumble match. Roman Reigns will officially be going back into the main event of WrestleMania, live in Las Vegas. Congratulations to the Tribal Chief. It's been almost, like I said, almost 4 years since Roman Reigns has been in the main event of WrestleMania. It looks like this year in